tu taca e o puro. O bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Hey you guys, Princess Ty. So by the title you can see this is story time when I got bullied. Yeah, when I got bullied. So I started getting bullied in kindergarten. Or I'm about 4 or 5 years old, and there was this kid, I forgot his name. But he constantly reminded me and told me that he was going to kill me. Like, how are we 4 or 5 years old and you're telling me you're gonna kill me? Boy, you back up. But at that time I'm a little girl. I don't know how to defend myself. I don't. Then when I got to first grade, there was these siblings, I believe. They were twins. Or I don't know, it was a boy and a girl. I was bullied by them. I forgot about them kids, but one day we were sitting in the auditorium. They had a Christmas concert, I believe. And they're here sitting in the back of me, laughing at me, spitting in my hair. Like, you're like in 8th grade and you're over here bullying a first grader, spitting in my hair, talking about me, laughing at me. But I ignored it. Life goes on. So when I was around 6 years old, yeah, I was exactly 6 when I moved to Philadelphia, Philly. So I went to this school. So there was this boy named Jose. One day he took a nap, and we were at the group table. Everybody had their assigned seats. So he's sitting there sleeping, and I'm paying attention to the teacher. So there's this boy that comes passing while he's sleeping. And he decided to be disgusting and stick a booger on his face. Yes, a booger on his face. When he woke up, someone told him, or they were teasing him about it. And he turned around and punched me in my face. And he was like, I did it to him. And then there was another boy named Miguel who was like, oh, she didn't do anything to you. Why did you hit her like that? And the boy Jose was like, no, I don't care. She did it. Mind you, I'm doing my work this whole time, listening to the teacher. I'm in 2nd grade. We're talking about doing something with butterflies. So, we go to the dean's office and my face is red. And the dean was like, why you punched her? He was like, oh, she scratched me. I was like, I did not scratch you. And the dean was like, well, let me see the scratch. He started pointing to his face. He said, you had nothing on your face. And look, her face is red. And, I was so mad when he punched me. I walked out the classroom. I had this MacBook and I ripped it up. Like, I was so mad and I was crying. I ripped it up and I just threw it in the trash. So I didn't have a MacBook, but that's not the point. I got punched in my face. So we moved. I started 3rd grade. I was 8 years old. I was in the 3rd grade. And, I was bullied by a whole class. But when I started 3rd grade, they put me in this class with, a smart class, I'm guessing. But then they moved me, like a couple months later to this other class. That class was horrible. I did not want to be in there anymore. And the principal didn't care what I was going through. No one helped me. No one did anything. There was this boy. He's the one that constantly bullied me. But I was bullied by the whole class, but he's the one, that kept going on and on and on. This boy used to pick on me so much that, I wanted to take my own life away. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. I wanted to take my life away. This boy bullied me until, I couldn't anymore. Like, he called me fat all the time. He reminded me, that I was fat. You know, and I wasn't fat. I was a chubby, you know, little girl, little 8-year-old. A chubby 8-year-old. And, you know, I got called a hippo so many times. Like, I didn't want to be like this. You know, he started ganging up on me with his friends. They constantly talked about me every single day. Do you know how it feels to walk into a class every single day and get called a hippo or get called fat or just anything that will come out of your mind? I got called ugly. I got called everything. I got told you should die. Like, I got told everything. Like, 8-year-old should not be experiencing. So, it went on for a very long time. The principal, every time I would go to her, she would hide in her office. Like, it was, nobody did anything for me. Like, telling this kid to stop was like telling him, keep going on, keep bullying her. Because of him and the rest of them, I had to get therapy. I got labeled as crazy. I got depression, anxiety, everything because of them. Like, no one deserves to be bullied the way I did. Like, there were nights when I would go to sleep because, you know, I would like replay what they would tell me all day long. Sorry, the camera moved a little bit, but yeah, no 8-year-old should have went through or should go through what I did. I got pushed down the stairs, you know. One time I walked into class, you know, with crutches because I got sent home early because I couldn't with the bullying. And on my way out to school, I tripped over a hole and, you know, landed right on my leg and, you know, I got fractured or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, I had to go to school in crutches. So, I walked into class, you know, no one cared. I would see, you know, other kids have friends that will help them get their lunch. I never got that. I always did everything on my own. You know, I'm like, damn, like my leg is broken and I can't even have a real true friend, you know, grabbing my lunch or, you know, help me walk. But, then I went to a park and broke my arm, whatever. And then I went to school, you know, limping and then with a cast on. And, you know, I walked into class one day and they started throwing things at me, paper balls, wet paper balls at that. Telling me, oh, you're a faker and just rude things. And I was thinking, how are you guys telling me I'm a faker when I freaking have a cast on? And crutches at that. Yeah, I got thrown with, they filled sanitizer, paper sanitizer, like put sanitizer and paper, soak it or whatever, and throw it at me. And all I did was cry. I faked like I was sick every day so I wouldn't have to go to school. There were times when I would throw up before going into the school and I got sent home. I made sure I was sick every day. I wasn't faking because, you know, I really was hurting. I really didn't feel good. I was just so nervous to go to school and scared at the fact that, you know, I would get constantly picked on and told to die and get called fat. Like, you think I want to be like this? No. Okay, I gotta, you know, be strong. This is not going to happen no more. I got picked on for 3 years in that school, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. My 5th grade year was the worst year ever. When I tell you the worst, it was the worst. You know, this boy ganged up with his friends. They constantly picked on me, messed with my emotions, messed with my head, messed with everything about me. Like how can 3 or 4 boys just constantly pick on this one girl? Like, okay, I wasn't as pretty, you know, I was not a pretty child. Okay, so moving on. So in the 5th grade, you know, after I was, you know, constantly telling my grandma nothing was done, they still did it. I started going to therapy, you know, seeing different people. They wanted to send me away because how bad my depression was. My mom wasn't having it. Like, I got labeled crazy. And that's how I felt that I'm crazy, because I want to take my life away so many times. You know, so many times. Like, no one deserves to get bullied. Like, I even got pushed downstairs, you know, down some stairs. And I think during when I had a broken arm. I even went, you know, to a crisis hospital. They, you know, sent me home. I wasn't crazy for them though. Why was I crazy for a therapist? A doctor? My bullies followed me. They sure did. They all attended my middle school also. At the time, you know, I didn't want to go to that middle school. I'm like, yo, that's the worst middle school ever. But I got there and it wasn't until, you know, I seen them. You know, that first week of school, they weren't there. Second week, I walked into school and I'm like, they're here. Like, they followed me. I'm like, okay, about to happen again. So, you know, the main one, he saw me, he started laughing at me, smiling at me. It's like he knew, oh, she's here, we're gonna finish picking on her. So, you know, I had classes with one of his friends and he would pick on me. And there was a boy who would say, leave her alone and things like that. But, one of them, the middle of the school year, decided to come into class because he was being bad in his class and they kicked him out. They decided to send him to my class. So he sits on my table. So, you know, I'm listening to the teacher, I'm not listening to him. And he starts messing with me. He starts to get loud and tell the class, you know, that I peed myself. I believe he said I peed myself that day. He just kept bullying me and picking on me, and, you know, I started to cry and I walked out the room. My teacher came after me and, you know, he had his hands over me and, you know, I was like, these are the same boys that picked on me before and, you know, I don't want to be around them. Like, boy, I did not pee myself, and, you know, and I shouldn't be crying right now, but, you know, this hurts me still. I still suffer from this. And, you know, I suffered so much. I didn't have my dad at the time because, you know, he was in jail. And all I wanted was, you know, daddy to, you know, protect me. And he wasn't there. You know, I just wanted, you know, my dad to be there, you know, to fight them for me. And, you know, I didn't know at the time you can't fight little kids. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, I did not plan on crying. We had a meeting with the counselor, the dean, whoever she was, and my mom came. You know, she was like, does this little boy like your daughter? If he's, was in her past school bullying her also. Does this little boy like your daughter? And my mom was, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so, So, he stopped. I moved on to the 7th grade. I don't believe. Yes, I did get bullied in the 7th grade too. But I learned how to ignore it a little bit there. I'm like, I can't be doing this. I can't be letting these little stupid little boys get in my head and make me want to kill myself. Because at the end of the day, who was gonna suffer? My family. Because I would have been dead. My family, not them. They would have probably been happy. It's not them. So in the 7th grade, one of my bullies, their close friend in the cafeteria, decided to throw yogurt at me. He, I heard him laughing at me and stuff. And I was sitting with an old best friend of mine. Not my best friend anymore, but an old best friend of mine. R. We're just going to name him R. And I was at the table, and out of nowhere, I look to the left, and I see yogurt, a bag of yogurt, just flying at me. And, it splattered on my face and stuff, and, the whole cafeteria started laughing. So, I had to get out of there. I walked out of there. I went home. I don't know if I ever told anyone, my parents, about that, but, there's so much that I can hold in until I explode. Which, now I get ticked off as. So I moved on to the 8th grade. 8th grade, I believe, was chilling, I had my friends at the time. My one main friend, Madeline. I had, someone to talk to and a couple other girls. But, high school came. High school, my 9th grade year was, so much fun, new people. None of my bullies were there. I was so excited. When I say so excited, I was so happy. I was the happiest little girl ever. But, prior to that, in the 6th grade, my mom, gave birth to my little sister. And, I thank God. I really do for, bringing my little sister into this world. Because if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would have been here. My little sister changed my life so much. My mom, I wasn't happy at first. Because I'm already getting picked on at school. I don't want another sibling. I'm just irked at life. I already had a sister who, me and her didn't have the best relationship. As kids, we were always fighting and always hating each other. So I'm no, I don't want another sibling. I cried when my mom told me she was pregnant. But, once my little sister was born, I loved her. And I still do, My little sister is my world. But when I got to 10th grade, there was this kid, we're going to name him Jay. Or their names, that's what it starts with. Jay. This time my dad, he was out. He was out. This boy, one time in math class, I think the boys, were coming at him. I don't know, joking around. Boys do boys stuff. And, I was laughing, he decides to come around and hit me with a wire hard in my back like 3 times. And I'm yelling at him to stop while I try to grab the the wire out of his hand. He leaves, come back with headphones, hits me with the headphone wires. So, I'm yelling at him to stop. And, he thinks it's funny. He thinks I'm playing back with him and I'm not. So we go on to our next class. And I told one of my friends, Brittany, and someone else, I don't remember who, what he was doing to me. And he came in and was like, what? So he came to me and grabbed me by my neck. Like literally grabbed me by my neck. And I can't breathe, so I push him off of me. He starts to punch on me. Literally punch on me. So, I leave the room, go to the principal, I guess, the next day we got a meeting. And, he's talking about some, I did that because she was playing around with me. And I'm like, Mom, I was like, Jay, I'm not playing around with you, like I'm not. And his dad, punched on him to show him an example, whatever. He was like, this don't hurt for you, but it hurts for a girl. Like, you had no mind putting your hands on me. I'm not your daughter. I'm not your sister. I'm not nobody to you for you putting your hands on me. He left me alone. I suffer from depression, My life was not easy, I wanted to take my life away so many times. I got called so many things, like it wasn't funny. I don't wish this on any child at all. Like, still to this day, I suffer from me being bullied. Like, I don't want to seem psycho or anything, but, I'm afraid of this world. Like, I'm afraid to be around people just because I'm scared that I will get picked on. It didn't stop there, though. And, my senior year, in my junior year, I got into fights, because I was tired of being picked on. Like, I got fights with girls. Yes, girls used to bully me too. I got into fights. Senior year comes, and I lost friends. Got into arguments with them. They also bullied me. After we stopped being friends, having people text me, saying that they're gonna jump me, that they're gonna beat me up, to watch my back, threatening to come to the school. I don't need none of this. Knowing that, the friends that I had, that I stopped being friends with, knowing that I got bullied, it hurts. So my senior year, I started getting picked on, like, by the end, by girls, And then I hated the fact that, people came at me and was like, stop messing with these girls, you're always starting stuff. Stop starting things with them, you're a troublemaker. But little did they know, them girls, I held so many things in. So many things that, I'm like, no. I changed. I'm not holding anything in at all. They were calling my phone, texting me off random numbers, messing with me in school. It was a mess. But, I learned to forgive. But I would never, ever forget, what I went through growing up. Sometimes I wish, that I can start my life all over. But, you know, knowing what I went through and not going to them schools or, you know, dealing with the people I dealt with. So yeah, I learned to forgive but never forget. Because of them, I'm not, you know, as happy. I don't feel beautiful. I get told I'm beautiful, but guess what? I don't believe it like that. It's just 50-50. I believe it and I don't. Like, I wear makeup, I feel pretty. When I dress really nice, I feel pretty. When I do my hair, I feel pretty. But I shouldn't, you know, I shouldn't feel like I need to do my makeup, do my hair, wear fake lashes, do my eyebrows to feel pretty. But, you know, I got through so many things getting bullied that, you know, it's hard for me to believe that I'm even pretty and worth it. I know I'm worth it. Because if I wasn't worth it, I wouldn't be here. If there's anyone, you know, out there getting bullied, reach out to someone, you know. Reach out. Don't let it be too late. Don't. Don't let it get to you, okay? Do not ignore them. What hurts me the most is that, you know, that I did get picked on. Like, what hurts me the most is that there's kids out here taking their life away. Like, they're not gonna be here anymore. They're not gonna see graduation or anything because they're getting bullied by kids that don't have no life. My life got stolen from me a long time ago. Like, I'm not the happy little girl that I was before getting bullied. I'm just, you know, never happy, and I blame it on my bullies, and I blame it on myself too, because I should have, you know, learned to ignore. But at that time, I didn't have my dad to defend me. I didn't know how to defend myself. I just, you know, didn't know how to defend myself. Now, you know, now I do. I got older. But if there's anyone out there getting picked on, reach out to someone. You can even reach out to me, and I'll try to give you the best advice. But, you know, I've grown so much out of this. I don't let things get to me. I try and be strong. There's times when I, you know, cry about it. But, you know, that's what made me who I am today. I'm not glad I got bullied, but, you know, I kind of am glad because I became strong. I became strong. And, you know, I don't want to be defined as the girl that got bullied. I want to be defined as, you know, who I am, a beautiful young lady. You know, I've grown. I really grown. And, you know, it hurts how I used to go to therapy and people just give up on me. Like, I am stressing, and that's, you know, that's hurt me more when people actually give up on me. People give up on me so much in my life that it's not even funny. And, you know, people give up on me when I needed them the most. I'm sorry. video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't want you guys to feel sad for me because what I went through, has nothing to do with you guys. And I just want you guys to not, judge me for how I act, because I did go through things, and them things made me who I am today. That's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys, another time.